SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold, and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg. Good morning everybody, let's have a look at Bitcoin, but first, just a very brief recap. This is going to be a very short video, hopefully it'll just set you up for the weekend and into next week. Just a brief rundown of what happened last week. Euro dollar rejection. Fine candle body here. This is a decent rejection now, so I would favor the further downside, potentially to the 106, maybe a little lower than that, just based on a horizontal, but more than that on a daily. And the reason I bring this up is, of course, because I believe that all markets follow euro dollar at the moment. So the euro dollar being the biggest component of the Dixie, and we all know the problem with the Dixie. When the Dixie goes up, everything goes down. When this goes down, everything goes up. It's such a oversimplified version of trying to trade, but it seems to be appropriate, right? So, like I say, we've been waiting for these moves for ages, and now we're sort of starting to get them. Remember, I'm not massively super bullish on this dollar, not yet. We're still way away from any kind of bullish continuation. We're looking for a bearish retest of a death cross, just as we're looking for a bullish retest of a golden cross on the euro. These two charts are basically the inverse of each other, and when it comes to their TA basically. And the last thing that we're just going to look at just very briefly is just a quick update on the S&P. So we broke out from a massive bear market descending triangle. I've told everybody I'm pretty sure this is the bottom since we got down here, so it's not anything new. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're talking about 4 months ago, basically. I said I think this is the bottom for the S&P, to the disgust of many. But I still believe it to be the case. So we broke it out and we found a rejection at this particular level so far, right? It's we could continue on a little further before a further rejection, but we seem to be getting rejected from here. Not so much on its own merit, but to do with the Forex, right? To do with the dollar strength because of the job numbers, and now the technicals should have a little bit more follow through. So again, not massively bearish on the S&P, and provided we're above 4,000 on the S&P, I'm bullish for a bounce and continuation, right? Moving averages crossing now above this descending triangle. All looks pretty good for continuation, provided we stay above, we'll call it, well, you can call it 4,000 really. Daily closures below 4,000, you know, give or take a few dollars, obviously. Should find a bounce and continue up to make a new high on this. I'm bullish on stocks. I'm bearish on Dixie. I'm bullish on euro dollar. But in the short term, we're looking for pullbacks. And so if that's what's happening, then we should expect pullbacks across the board. Now, Bitcoin and crypto haven't actually done anything yesterday. I mean, some have. It's not fair to put them all in one basket, although they more or less are in one basket, because if the big daddy Bitcoin comes down, everybody comes down. And so, Bitcoin has meandered around this support level, this 23,300. You know, yesterday we came up to the tune of what, just less than $300 from the support. Not much of a reaction. It's definitely showing that it wants and kind of needs traditional markets to open. It's unwilling to catch a bid on its own, given the nature of what we saw take place on Friday with dollar and Forex and S&P. People aren't really looking to step in at support, although this is a support on a horizontal basis, the 23,300. You can see this slicing right through, plenty of resistance, a breakout, fired breakout, and a retest. This is an area of support for those who are super bullish or with a view for a long-term position. I suppose there's nothing particularly wrong with this. This is a support. You're supposed to buy supports, right? Why aren't the supports having a reaction? It might just be a delayed fuse. We might see some kind of movement on it today. Again, we are above the support as we speak. You know, the consolidation could have easily played out on the shorter term time frames. We are looking at momentum potentially getting a breakout. Yeah, we are on the 4 hourly for the RSI. Not so much yet for the money flow index, but not far from it. And we're above the 0 point, and the histogram is ever so slightly ticking up. So there is a chance that this support actually does find a bounce, and we do move our way up to a new high, maybe even today. I know it sounds crazy, but I would have thought if we were going to see this kind of reaction, we would have seen it potentially already. But again, a very small, very small. I can't get my words out. I make these videos so early. You know, I've got to go take the kids swimming in it. Oh, I can't be bothered with that. Oh, I hate cold swimming pools. But yeah, I'm always rushing these videos out in the morning because I know I've got to do these things. But yeah, I fail to be able to learn the art of language before I sit down. What I'm trying to say is there is a chance of a small RSI breakout of momentum to the upside here above price action support, which does mean that there is a potential that we can move up to like 24,500 today, or any point really next in the next few days, while we're above 23,300. But it's just hasn't really done anything, and I would have thought that yesterday would have been the day to have done it, and it didn't do it. So realistically, I think that we're waiting for traditional markets to open, Forex markets to open to see what's going on with the dollar, and then the Bitcoin will be given the green light. Remember, I always talk about the dominoes now. Think about the domino effect, and the first dominoes being Forex, second being indices, stocks, third being Bitcoin, fourth being altcoins. And the first two dominoes of that chain of events at the moment are frozen as it's the weekend. We can't, we don't really know what's going to happen. Although I do expect when they open, they will continue down a little further before they find a bid and bounce, and that will be another bounce for the entire market. Bitcoin's unwilling to move on its own. Altcoins, for the most part, unwilling to move without Bitcoin. So we're kind of stuck in limbo this weekend. However, provided and so long as we stay above 23,300, there is absolutely every chance that we do bounce from here and we go on to make a new high any minute. Again, it's quite early, but there is a chance that we see that. Personally, obviously weekends are probably the busiest part of the week for me. Unwilling really to take any positions there, but if you were to, I suppose it wouldn't take too long to know that you were wrong, and you could get stopped out quite quickly. But for me, I'm more interested in watching how the broader trading environment works with Forex and S&P and all their best friends before I make any more major trades. Really, weekends can be good, but not when we've closed the week like this. For Forex and indices. Looks like we do want a little further downside. But remember what I keep saying. I am bullish on this. I'm also bullish on this at this position. I will be bearish on it, obviously, if we close below 105. I'll be bearish on this if we close below 4,000. But for the moment, we haven't, and we're looking good, and this is just a normal pullback, and it's a pullback for everybody. And everybody should enjoy the pullback, because while we're pulling back, we get to buy lower for opportunities to trade higher. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Got to go and get my swimming trunks on, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.